Hey guys, it's Bree and welcome back to another video. So for today's video, I am going to be doing my May 2021 manga unboxing. I have a few packages here, so let's just dive into them. The first package that I have is a package from Indigo. Just opened it up, and on top we have Blue Flag Volume 7. This is the second last volume in Blue Flag, and I am very excited to dive into this. We also have BL Fans Love My Brother, ? This is published by Tokyo Pop. I just thought that the title was kind of funny and I was interested to check it out. And the last volume that I have in here is Call of the Night Volume 1. This is published by Viz. I really like the color of this book, just gotta say. Alright, that's all that there was in that package. Let's move on to the next package. This package is from Amazon, of course. And it is Volume 2 of Phantom Tales of the Night. I really enjoyed Volume 1 and I want to collect this series. It's just the volumes are so expensive. So this is definitely a slow collect for me. And this is the last package that I have to unbox today, also from Amazon. And in here we have Volume 5 of the Red, the Light, and the Ayakashi. This is the final volume that I needed to complete the series. So excited to have this one. And yes, this is all of the manga that I have to show today. I guess I will see you in the next clip. And welcome back to another part of my manga unboxing. So today I just have a few packages from Indigo, and let's just get into them. So in this first package here, I have Volume 1 of The Vampire and His Pleasant Companions. I've heard quite a bit of good stuff about this series, so I'm excited to be able to start reading it. I think in my April haul I got Volume 2 of it. Glad that Volume 1 finally showed up in May. Also in this package I got Love of Kill, Volume 1. Haven't heard too much about this series, but it looked kind of interesting, so I picked it up. On to the next Indigo package. In here we have Volume 1 of I'm the Cat Lord's Manservant by Rat Kitasuni. It's a really funny name for this. Also, the cover is so yellow and it just looks very fun. Excited to dive into this one. Finally, we are on to the last box that I have from Indigo. This time, just a plain old box. Let's open it up and see what's inside. We have a lot of manga in here. First up, we have The King's Beast, Volume 2. I absolutely adored Volume 1, so I know I'm going to read this right away. Then we have Primitive Boyfriend, Volume 1. I am a huge fan of really wacky shoujos, so I'm super excited to dive into this series. I've heard Shay from Shay Geeks Out talk about this series, and that's definitely what got me interested in it. Then also in here we have Haru's Curse, which is an omnibus volume. I think it's just a single volume. Interested to check this one out. Then we have Primitive Boyfriend Volume 2. This is just a 3-volume series, so gonna collect it all this month, probably. And finally, the last volume I have in here is Volume 3 of Land of the Lustrous. I picked up Volumes 1 and 2 a long time ago, and then I stopped collecting it for a bit, but now I'm back on track for collecting it, so hopefully gonna get more volumes soon. That is all of the manga that I had to unbox today. And I guess I will see you in the next clip of this May manga haul. And welcome back to another part of my May manga haul. This is actually going to be the last unboxing part of my May manga haul because I don't think I have any more books coming in. So let's just jump into it. I have a whole bunch of packages from Indigo here. Now the first package I totally opened thinking that I was going to have one of the books that I ordered for my mom in it, and it didn't, so it's kind of half open already, but let's see what's inside. So the first book that is in here is Stravaganza Volume 3. I like the first two volumes well enough, even though there's a lot of problems with them, so interested to see how this series wraps up in Volume 3. Also in here, oh my god, is a manga that is very, very, very interesting. It is Dick Fight Island, published by Sublime. This is a title that was very anticipated just because of the name. Like, fair enough. This is going to be a wild ride. We are on to the next package. In here we have Volume 3 of Yarchin Bitch Club. This manga is published by Sublime. It is the third installment, Yarchin Bitch Club, but also I think the last one. I don't know. This one was out of stock for like the longest time ever, so I'm happy that I was back in stock, and now I'm done collecting this series. On to the next package. Wow, all of these manga are just in a row apparently. This one is Thigh High, which is published by Seven Seas. Another very interesting title for my collection. Honestly, I just saw this and I was like, sure, why not? I do kind of want to know what this is about. So here we are, guys in skirts and emphasis on thighs. Let's do this. Another package from Indigo. And in that package, I got Primitive Boyfriend Volume 3, which means I am done collecting Primitive Boyfriend. I am so excited to read all of this series. I read the first bit and I loved it, so excited to finish up the series. Also, another book that was just on screen for a second was for my mom, so just don't worry about it. We are on to the last package that I have to unbox today, which is another package from Indigo. This time it has like purple text on it. That's pretty cool. And in here we have Land of the Lustrous Volume 4. So excited to have Volume 4. I am definitely going to continue collecting this series. It's just going to be a slow collect for me because it is very expensive. Honestly, today's unboxing had a lot of spicy manga in here apparently, so hope you enjoyed that. I guess I will see you in the next part of this video when I wrap up my thoughts on all of the manga that I hauled. See you then! And welcome back to the last part of my May manga haul. I just wanted to give a good overview of all of the manga that I picked up. Also show 2 more volumes that I did get in May that I didn't have time to film the unboxing of. One of which was the manga I Was Reincarnated as the Villainess in an Otome Game, but the Boys Love Me Anyways. This is a manga published by Tokyo Pop, and I just picked it up. It just follows that fun format of having the longest title ever and also being, I think, based off of a light novel. It's just one of those like Otome Game isekais, and it's just a fun read. Another manga that I picked up in May that is actually basically a grail manga for me was a copy of Moto Hagio's A Drunken Dream and Other Stories. This manga, published by Fantagraphic Books, is basically out of print and very hard to find. Honestly, you can very easily find listings of this manga for upwards of 120 Canadian dollars, which was just not an amount that I was willing to pay for. So I actually put this manga on my wish list on Thrift Books, and the first few times that it came up on Thrift Books, I missed it by minutes, and it was driving me crazy. But I finally managed to secure a copy for $30, which is incredible. It is an ex-library copy, which is why you see the kind of library sticker on the side. That is actually the only sticker that is on the entire book, so I am immensely pleased with the quality, especially for the price, considering that it was basically retail for something that's very, very out of print. So that was a very, very exciting find for May. Anyways, so that is all of the manga that I managed to pick up in May. Honestly, I think that this is the weirdest assortment of manga I have ever picked up. There is just so much going on here. I have like Land of the Lustrous with Primitive Boyfriend with freaking Dick Fight Island. Like, there is everything here. For the end of this video, I decided that I wanted to do a little wrap up because I feel like I still want to combine my wrap ups with my hauls, since by the end of the month I usually have read most of the things that I have picked up. So starting off at the top with Moto Hagio's A Drunken Dream, I did read one of the short stories in this collection. It's an entire short story collection. The short story that I read was Iguana Girl because it was recommended in the Read Right to Left podcast that is hosted by G from Simply G's channel, as well as Whimsical Pictures. And they really hyped up the story of Iguana Girl, and honestly, it lived up to the hype. It was a really, really good short story. I thought it was incredible. Next up going down was I Was Reincarnated as the Villainess of an Otome Game, But Boys Love Me Anyways. This is just a fun classic isekai story where a girl gets reincarnated as the villainess character in an otome game, and then she decides to like change that character's entire personality. Very fun to read, very interesting as it deals with some of the consequences of changing the game's routes and how that impacts all of the characters, and I really enjoyed the short volume. Under that we have Thigh High, Riwa Hanamura Academy. This manga was honestly mostly just a fan service manga. It was like a fan service gag manga where they decided to take all of the classic high school girl tropes and just flip it to be guys. Like, everything under the sun. It was just like, instead of girls doing this, let's have guys, which was honestly kind of weird to see, but also kind of fun to see. I have very mixed feelings about this manga overall. I will say though, the main character was really endearing because they're kind of like a straight-laced type character who's trying to figure out how to be popular and have friends and stuff, and that was really fun to see. And then underneath that one is probably the most hyped up manga ever, which is Dick Fight Island. As soon as this title got released online, everyone just went crazy. And I think that this manga managed to like hit pretty high in the best-selling manga list on Amazon, which is absolutely hilarious. Overall, I thought that the actual manga itself was just okay. The plot was, I guess, justified. They really did fight on that island with their dicks, huh? It was fine. Like, it's obviously just gonna be insane fan service, which basically was what it was. Anyways, underneath that I have Stravaganza Volume 3. I actually haven't read this volume yet, I just picked it up this month. I had mixed feelings after reading the second volume, but I decided to go along anyways because there's only 3 volumes in the entire series, and I still do like the art style quite a bit. Under that I have Phantom Tales of the Night 2, which was an excellent volume. It was so good. Just continuing along with this like creepy supernatural short story-esque manga. I think that the mystery of the Secret Keeper main character is very interesting, and I want to pick up more of this manga soon. Under that we have Haru's Curse, which, whew, that was an interesting read. It was a very dramatic, complicated relationship manga. I don't know how much I want to spoil of it, but basically the main character loses her sister, Haru, due to an illness, but then she starts dating the guy that Haru was engaged to under the premise that she wanted to visit all of the places that her sister went. However, they kind of actually have feelings for each other, so it's dealing with that complicated situation of not really supposed to be together because you shouldn't be with the guy that your sister loved when she was alive. That's basically the manga. It's very complex. Under that we have Blue Flag Volume 7, another really good volume for Blue Flag, although I do understand the criticism that some people have with the series, where the series is sometimes a little too preachy. I feel like sometimes they might go into topics for almost too long, or they reiterate the same ideas over and over again. There is a lot of text in Volume 7 in particular, where there are just pages of just conversation. So if you don't like that, that, you might not like this volume as much. And then under that, I have Land of the Lustrous volumes 3 and 4. I have not read these volumes yet, but I plan to soon. I really want to pick up all of the Land of the Lustrous manga. I just think that the art style is so incredible, and I hear that the plot is amazing too. Okay, moving on to the right side, we have Call of the Night Volume 1. This one I did not like. I think that I mostly had an issue with the main character being 14 and involved with like a mortal vampire where they have like a very flirtatious relationship. I just did not appreciate it, and honestly I feel like I'm going to unhaul that one. Under that we have BL Fans Love My Brother. This manga was fine. Like, it's basically the title. It's about a girl who has a brother who is a very popular BL manga artist, and she kind of like poses and pretends to be him so that his fans don't know that he's a guy, kind of thing is going on. I don't know. I think that out of the BL manga artist slash BL associated manga, I think that BL Metamorphosis is the better series. This one just did not do it for me. Under that, I have The Vampire and His Pleasant Companions, Volume 1. This manga was a pleasant surprise. It was very fun, even with the very wacky premise of the main character being a half vampire who turns into a bat by day and a human by night, who manages to get frozen in a meatpacking plant and sent to Japan. It's a really insane premise. Very fun manga, and I did really enjoy it. Under that, I have Of the Red, the Light, and the Ayakashi, Volume 5. I am actually on Volume 4 for reading right now, so I have not read this volume yet. Then we have The King's Beast, Volume 2. Volume 2 for King's Beast was incredible. Ray Toma does it again. Another strikeout volume. I love The King's Beast so much. It is definitely up there for one of the best shoujo manga that is being published right now, in my opinion. Under that, we have Love of Kill, Volume 1, which I actually really liked it, despite the fact that the main characters do not like each other at all, and the premise is actually quite gruesome at times, but I thought that it was a fun volume. And then under that, we have I'm the Cat Lord's Manservant. This volume was not very good. I didn't like it that much. It's about a guy who inherits a house or is sent to a house where he has to take care of these bakaneko, which are like these cat demons who have the ability to turn into humans. And then it's just like all of these wacky-esque shenanigans that happen with that. I just thought that the volume, I don't know, it just wasn't that good in my opinion. Under that, we have Yarchin Bitch Club Volume 3. I don't know if this is the last volume in Yarchin Bitch Club, but I don't think that there's another volume coming out after it, so I actually have no idea. It's just continuing on with the plot of Yarchin Bitch Club, and what I do have to say is that the art style that Ogeretsu Tanaka has for her characters is just wonderful, and I think that's my favorite part of the series, is the art style. Finally, the last manga that I picked up in May was all of Primitive Boyfriend. It is a 3-volume series and it is phenomenal. It is about a girl who is kind of searching for love, but she thinks that all of the guys at her school are too weak for her. So because she's just such a good farmer, apparently, the harvest goddess shows up and she's like, you know what? I'm gonna help you out, girl. I'm gonna send you back in time and you are going to find your soulmate. And so she gets sent back in a whole bunch of different time periods where she keeps on meeting the same soul over and over again, starting as old as like the first humanoids, all the way to like more like hunter-gatherer time periods in the past, until she finally finds out who her soulmate is in present day. It was a very fun manga and I really did like it a lot, so I am super glad that I picked it up. I highly recommend this one. It falls into that category of like wacky shoujo, and honestly I just love that category of shoujo. Definitely check it out. So that is all of the manga that I picked up in May. Definitely let me know in the comments if you have read any of these manga, or if you agree or disagree on any of my opinions on them. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I hope that you have a great day. Bye!